about a month ago, the PBA just approached me with this opportunity. You're just not expecting that at all. So that's basically how it happened, and it's an opportunity that you just can't say no to. Well, it's back, baby.
PBA Tour season. We're ready. You are crooked.
Are you ready? I'm crooked? Yeah, it's been a while, dude. It's been a while. We gotta. Actually, I'm just gonna hand it to our cameraman. That's what I'm gonna do. Look at that.
We haven't even showed our cameraman.
I know.
And you'll see.
It'll be a secret.
It'll be a secret? Okay, I like that.
All right, first tournament of the year, Players Championship here in Euless, Texas. Right, Bolero, Euless.
There's so much I want to tell the camera right now.
There's a lot going on.
We gotta chop it up. We gotta let them know. We gotta build the suspense.
Oh yeah, we got a lot going on.
But we do have a thing we need to do first. We gotta shout out our sponsors. We have some of the best sponsors in the business that help us come out here, do what we do, have supported us from pretty much day one. Storm, we appreciate you. Board Depot, guys over there, Al, he is absolutely amazing. 10-Pin Toolkit, new sponsor this year.
Absolutely. Shout out Simon.
Simon, so we have some cool stuff bringing you that way. H5G with the jerseys and our merch.
And all those links are going to be in the description. So if you want to check any of those out, they're right there for you guys. We seriously appreciate our sponsors.
Seriously.
Yeah, we do.
Literally the best in the business. So anyway, what are we doing this morning, Brad?
We're bowling a PTQ, pre-tournament qualifier for the Players Championship. I think there's 75 people, 14 I believe are getting in, and yeah, it's pretty much what we got. I think it's on 39 feet, and gonna see some new faces here in the PTQ. Just a lot of, you know, kids coming out of college. Probably gonna see a lot of new faces out here on the tour, and we're gonna get it all. I mean, we're vlogging pretty much every day while we're out here for the next 12 weeks roughly. We got 10 weeks on the CW. Shout out CW for being the new broadcasting network.
Shout out CW.
Yeah, definitely shout out to CW. We got a lot going on. I mean, the next 10 weeks, I hope you guys stay tuned in. We're gonna get all the action as much as we possibly can, from the best bowlers in the world to the PTQ players. We're gonna cover it all. So stay around for the next 3 months. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna end with the World Series. We have 10 weeks on the CW, and then the World Series around the end of April. It's going to be on the CBS network, so shout out CBS as well. And
in the next 3 hours, Brad's going to average 250, get out of his PTQ, and we're just in there, baby. Come on!
Yep. Gonna go look at the equipment, and I'll show you guys what we're working with here in a minute. Get some new balls in the lineup.
We have too many new balls.
It's
literally, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming.
Like, which one do I throw?
They come out with balls like you can throw 2 of them at a time. But, and they're all just good. I just love them all.
I know.
So, let's go get one back.
All right, we'll get in there.
PBA Tour. We're here.
We're ready.
We're here.
All right.
Here we are. It's like the first day of school. New jerseys, new balls. Brad, what's up?
It's probably too many balls that I'm looking at. It's all I got. It's like basically a full Storm arsenal. Now, we're bowling on 39 feet. In the past 5 years, if it's under 42, you're mostly starting with urethane. So I got my couple 78s here. This is brand new. I'm working on some taller pins here, so I'll let you know how that goes. But I got my strike ball. I got my spare balls, a 78. Bunch of reactives I'm gonna get to. But we got this ball right here that, if you look at it, it's not a normal looking ball. There's not like logos on the side. It just has the Storm concept. And this is the most crazy ball I've ever thrown because the core is technically really weak. It doesn't flare, like it's not supposed to hook the core. But I can hook it just as much as any of these other balls that have really strong cores because the cover's so strong. And it's supposed to be the urethane-like. So lately, like the past 5 years, when you start with urethane, you throw it for a couple games. Once urethane goes down the lane, it kind of makes reactive look a little worse for a little while, so you're kind of forced into it. And then you just go to reactive at some point. You move left, get big angles, go to some reactive ball, it matches up, and then you're good. This ball, it's like, throws a wrench in that because it's so good, and it hooks almost just as much of a reactive ball, but it kind of rolls similar to a urethane that it's a great gap ball. So if you start with the 78, and reactive's not quite there yet, you can probably just go to this ball, or you can probably just start with this ball. So I haven't had a ton of games on it yet, especially, I mean, it's the first competition, so I'll have a much better understanding in a couple of days, depending on just, I mean, one day of watching the pros, see what they do, I'll have a better understanding. But this is the most unique ball I've ever thrown. It's the one I'm most excited for because urethane has made a big comeback, and now they're making balls similar to it similar reactions. And this thing, you know, if you get one, you need to get one. You drill at the max flare, it doesn't flare a ton. The core is so weak, and you can still hook the whole lane. So I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna start with the 78 in practice. And then once I get out of the 78, I'm curious, do I go to a reactive ball or can I just go to the concept? It's my first tournament, so we'll see. But very excited about this ball. Very unique and very, very awesome. So we're probably gonna see a lot of blue balls going down. So into the reactive, I got the strong stuff, the Ion Max. I got this pin down Equinox Solid. Like I said, I'm going a little bit longer pins. So I kind of feel like the last couple of years I've had too much flare. So I'm working on some less flare on the ball. But in a lot of Bolero centers, especially on these patterns, there's a lot of hook. So I'm really not even expecting to throw the Ion Max or this thing. I'm assuming once your thing goes down the lane and these big balls start to roll out, I can kind of go down. And a couple of my favorites into the weaker section is this Transformer. Got quite a few games on it. And then this Viking. Both of them pinned down, trying to kill a little bit of the flare. And then we got some good stuff. We got the Ion Max Pearl. Okay, that one's looking awesome, by the way. One of my favorites of last year, RST Hyperdrive Pearl. Said, a little lower pin. Got some weaker stuff. A little Ion Pro Solid. This thing looks amazing. Got a Phase 2 Pearl. Got a Bionic. We got it all. I mean, basically, if my scores aren't very good, it ain't because of my equipment. It is because I didn't throw it right. I mean, we have basically everything you could possibly want. So I even got a weak Phase 2. I got a Hustle. High Road 40. Super clean ball right there. Got this brand new, and I'm also really excited for, Gremlin Tour X. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit weaker than your strong cover, but the core is going to be a little weaker than your Gremlin. So, not totally sure what the game plan is going to be. I got to kind of figure that out on the fly. I'll see what goes down in practice. I'll see what pairs I'm going to. So I'm going to scout the pairs, my next like game 2, game 3, game 4. I'll see what the guys are doing on that pair beforehand, and then we'll just play by ear. But this will be a nice 7 games for me to figure out, you know, how long I should be throwing the 78, where the concept fits in. When I get out of those two, should I go to some pin down stuff? Should I stick with an Ion Max Pearl? You know, not totally sure yet, but we got some great stuff brewing. And I'm bowling my man Jonathan Norman here, so I gotta say what's up.
Yes, sir. What's going on, boss? Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yeah.
All right, now.
All right, that's it.
All right, Brad, here we go. Got 7 games today. You just went through your arsenal. What do you think it's going to take here to make it into the main field?
Basically the same price.
Well, you gotta feel like when you bowl regionals, you know, like 1 and 4 make a cut. 14 out of 75 is a little worse than that. So you gotta feel like you bowl pretty good. Like you're not gonna make it in the field without feeling like, hey, I did that well for 7 games. I don't know what the scoring pace is gonna be, but I got a couple strong balls up there. I got my urethane. I'm gonna check the concept. And outside of that, I'm just gonna pay attention to what people are doing and then follow what's working. If I'm not leading or if I'm not up there, I'm just gonna see what those guys are doing. That's really about it. But gotta make sure I'm loose. Yesterday in practice, I was tight, and I'd rather that happen. Just tight being like my body's tight. So I was happy to get that prep session out of the way, got it loose. So now today I'm expecting, or I'm planning on being a lot freer, a lot looser. I was really grabby yesterday, so I got a good feel of like being a lot smoother with it. So yesterday was a good practice session, even though it was tough, it was a good practice session.
Good
All right, baby.
We're gonna go all the way to the first ball here. Practice is about to start.
Okay.
Over under 9.5 on your first shot.
Ooh, that might be under.
Yeah, because you're just gonna slow roll it across the lane.
I think so. I was thinking about throwing spare shots at the 10 for a couple shots, stretch it out a little bit. I don't know how much that helps. But let's start with this. Let's start with 78.
Hey, this is the first ball of the season.
First ball of the season.
Right
Gotta
here.
make it pretty good. I mean, this is a standard right here. The real question is, do I hit this with the 1,000 pad, or do I just let it come out of box? You know? Yeah, about 15 shots on it.
while these guys are warming up, I have to tell you guys about something that's really important. Listen, we are doing what's called our BK Sunday giveaways. We are giving away 10 Storm, Roto, and 900 Global Balls total on 10 different Sundays to represent the schedule with CW and the PBA. So 10 Sundays in a row, we're giving away a bowling ball. All you have to do, click the link in the description, join. It's completely free to enter. You only have to enter once. We're gonna give away one bowling ball every Sunday for the next 10 weeks. So that's just a thank you for everyone that follows along. You know we love giving stuff away. There's so many good Storm, Roto, 900 Global Ball products out there, and we gotta get them in your hands. So make sure you guys sign up. We'll be giving them away all year long. And then we're also gonna take your kind of influence on which ones we're gonna give away every week. So it's gonna be fun. Make sure you click the link to enter. And yeah, we'll get back to the old practice. All right, it is time to reveal the man behind the camera for the Players Championship. An old friend of the channel, the guy you all know, Mr. Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, these guys needed some help for a few days. I'm working Bowl TV this week, Thursday and Friday, but I'm like, yeah, I'll come down and help you guys out. I know how to work a camera, so we're gonna try to tell some stories here.
Feels like we're throwing it back to like 2019 or something.
Yeah, we're in Dallas, but we're really in St. Louis. So here's the thing, we got to get Brad into this field.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think it's going to take today on this pattern?
You know, it's weird. New bowling alley, you don't know how they're going to transition. Obviously, guys are all throwing urethane, 39 feet.
220?
Yeah, I mean, and I hope the left's not. I don't know. They bowl how many games? They bowl 7?
7.
Yeah.
150 over for sure makes it.
Dude, I don't know. There's a lot of the urethane's looking pretty good right now, meaning it's hooking a lot. They're not having a problem getting the urethane to hook. So I think you're gonna have this field's really good. You're gonna have a lot of guys bowl good this first game.
Yeah.
There are gonna be a lot of 250s. So
we just need to make sure that Brad doesn't flip out if he bowls 2-0, and also not get too confident if he bowls 250 the first game.
Yeah. I think you want to get to 200 over. I think 200 over because the field's so good. I mean, even if it's hard, you're gonna have to bowl good.
Yeah.
So I think 200 over. I think Brad's gonna start out with like 238 in the first game.
238.
It's gonna be a solid 238. Just really good.
I'm gonna go 227, and I think he's gonna bowl his best game 4.
Game 4?
Yeah, when they transition.
We'll see.
All right, here we go.
Best one yet?
Yo, 1 for 1.
Hey, you're right.
1 for 1.
Winning.
Not losing. All right, so Prather's staying with the boys this week at the house, and your goal this week is to get Brad into the field, right?
Yeah.
So tell everybody what you're doing right here.
So I'm playing ball rep. I've already failed because we went off of Brad's score sheet, and
Which isn't correct.
which is not correct. And I had the answer properly in my hands at the whole time for the first game, but I just didn't pay attention. So we thought he was just going to go next door to 39 and 40, but in reality he goes to 43 and 44. So already doing a great job. Clearly I'm well trained.
But you scouted this pair, right?
I scouted the pair next to him, and I scouted the pair that he was going to the next game. So game 3, we're set, because I looked at the sheet. But what I didn't do was look directly to my left on the sheet and notice that it was different. So,
What's Brad gonna bowl the next game?
well, he just bowled 180, so I'm hoping about 215, 220, get back to even. It's going to be kind of a guess on what he's going to throw, because the red ball didn't look great, but there's other people around that are making it look pretty good.
I think we just got to get the angles right and get the ball speed correct, because the ball roll actually looks pretty good. It's just the angles aren't matching up, so when he does hit the bucket, it's not striking.
All right, Kyle, what are we doing here in game 2? What are you and Brad just talking about?
Well, we were trying to talk strategy here. He's close, 180 with that ball. Like, his angles were a little off, so we're gonna try the concept now, which is the new piece on the market. It's reactive, but it kind of fills the urethane gap. So he's gonna throw right now and probably move a couple left with it, probably shape it a little bit, and we'll see. This is quite the experiment. Let's see what happens.
Were you happy with that?
I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm happy with right now. I feel like I'm weak, like I'm not aggressive and hitting it. I'm trying to be a little too perfect. I'm afraid to like be aggressive because a couple shots got away from me that last time. So I got to dial it in somehow. But I was happy with that. Came off the spot, more hooked than the red. So gotta be happy with it after 180. But I'm just gonna stay there on this left lane. I think this pair is a little tighter than that one, if I had to guess. Actually, I don't know. New ball.
Hey, Brad, that one ran him over. He almost 9-pin.
That's 3 completely different shots with the concept, and they all 3 struck flush. Wasn't sure about that one, but that's a 5-bagger.
How's it feel not to be
How we
bowling in
doing,
a phone
son?
booth?
Feels great, actually. A little loose. Arm's a little looser now. I was gonna be all right after the first game, but that 5-count second ball in the 10th really chapped my ass, man. That's like really, you gotta get 5 when I catch a double. But now I got the blue ball, it's giving me the blue ball's good. Dude, and it doesn't, like you throw it at 7, I haven't seen a single flare ring. Like the cover doesn't get soaked in the oil. It comes back as if there's no oil on the cover. The absorption rate's unbelievable.
Well, you just pulled 240.
Yeah, that was nice. I got pretty lucky that game though, actually. Those were 2 not well executed games, but we're not gonna go downhill. That part's only gonna get better. So finally got a good ball motion. Missed quite a bit that game actually. It was not dialed in accuracy, and the ball would just go through the pins the right way. That's pretty sick actually. That was my first time throwing that ball in competition, and that was really cool.
So you got good speed control. I think your speed control is really good today.
Yeah, speed, and that's why I was able to directionally, that's all right.
So what do we got on this pair, Mr. Prather?
So this is actually one where I did it right. So we've had 2 total urethane balls going down the lane, but not a whole lot of rev rate. The guys that did have the rev rate was Tommy McNeely, and he was sliding like 30 already, going through 18. So I don't even think he's really a factor.
So most people were left to right?
No. There were 2 lefties, so they don't count. Tommy was so far left that I don't actually think he's going to affect you at all. And there was only 2 urethane balls. So what I was going to say is, I don't really think you have to do anything different. I just don't think there's going to be as much misleft.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So if you wanted to make like a comfort move of like, 2 left just because you 9-pinned and scouted the 9, I'd be totally fine with that. I don't see anything crazy.
great does that feel when you tickle that 5 out of there?
That was good, Mike. Thanks, Brady. That was good.
All right, so Brad's all about the new stuff. He's about to go to Gremlin Tour X off of this concept, see what it looks like. I haven't seen it go down the lane in competition, so we'll see what happens.
All right, Brad, we're making the flip down here, other end of the building. What typically happens when you see that over the years?
What typically happens, I'm not sure if it's across the board the same, but they're gonna play different. When you go from one side of the house to the other, most bowling centers, that many lanes in between, one side will play either slicker or hook mark. And Prather was telling me that this pair is probably gonna play a pinch slicker. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm gonna mostly play the same shot, just slow it down a little bit, and then we'll get a good read. So I don't exactly know what's gonna happen. I'm just going off what I've been told. And I'm expecting them to be a little slicker.
Yeah, so if there's oil down the lane, you're a little bit softer with your speed. It gives the ball more time to hook.
Yeah, and you can obviously move right, but if you move right, you're moving into a position where most people threw the urethane ball in practice with a lot of surface, kind of out to the right. So you're moving into like a more messed up part of the lane in the front part. So when it's slicker, especially out here since everyone has so much rubber, when they're a little slicker, I found it better just to stay where I'm at and try and slow it down or go to a stronger ball rather than trying to move right. Moving right almost never works because eventually you're going to have to move left anyway. So we're just going to stay in the right spot and slow it down. So that one was pretty similar to the one on the right lane. Was it a little faster?
No, the one on the right lane got a little quicker to the right.
Quicker to the right?
Yeah, that's all.
Brad, what would you like to tell everybody about that 4-9 you left?
I wish I could make it. Now I left a 210 the first game, missed it a little bit to the right on the spare, and I was like, all right, you're not gonna hit the 4-pin clean. If anything, it's going left, and I missed right again.
Got a John Burkett sighting.
What's up?
Oh, what a break. What a break. Look at that, he gets the strike on the left lane after 7th inning.
I moved 2 and 1 left. I moved back on the approach, and then I missed an arrow right. Perfect.
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 All right, Brad, how we feeling after that game? 7-10 in there, solid 8.
I feel good, actually.
225.
I feel good. I bailed it. Could have been a lot worse. Had a lot of moments in my life where that was a lot worse.
The ball makes you look pretty good.
That's what I'm giving myself a C today. I'm giving this ball an A++. Because it's not a whole lot of me. It's mostly the ball right now. But we're coming along. We're getting a little bit of a feel.
What was the ball you threw in the field?
Gremlin Tour X. So, yeah, it's decent. Strong cover, still rolls. So,
And right now we got a problem. Prather over here
wants me to get out of it.
wants you to get out of this ball on the next pair because
Guy on the pair was throwing Obsession Tour, looked really good. It was the highest score over there.
I'm down.
I would say yes, because of how hard you had to work and how much you had to manipulate the concept.
you think you should change balls.
I mean, I didn't see the first half. I saw a 5-bagger to end the game. So I'm like, it looked pretty good to me.
Yeah. To be fair, he laced all of those, right? He laced them. So I'm just thinking of it as a like.
Fair.
Right, we bowled 180 the first game because he had no MOE, right? And then he created MOE, and that's margin of error. And now that MOE is starting to become smaller, it's still there, right, where he's hitting the pocket consistently, but the strike percentage is
Call that
going
Mo?
up.
Got no Mo?
Yeah, got no Mo.
No Mo?
So trying to, find the right solution to create, a similar amount of MOE as he was bowling when he was bowling 240. 220, 230, whatever he had there was still a great game with how it started. It's just, scores aren't exactly going down. And if his score starts to dip, then it starts falling down the leaderboard.
I missed a little short on that Gremlin. Just the way my hand wants to come around it a little more than my other ones.
That's perfect.
That's great. Toss it up.
What was the move? How many did you move with that Gremlin?
2 and 1.
2 and 1.
Yeah. From where I moved already 3 and 2 with the blue ball, I moved another 2 and 1 with that ball. So it was probably a 5 and 3 from the last 6. No, from the 6th.
And you thought he was going to move even further left.
Yeah, that one was right quick to me off of the 6. Now, granted, the 6 was grabbed and all that other stuff, but it got right way faster than I thought it was. And I was like, I have no idea what this is going to do. So
I really didn't either. When I threw it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, let's see what else.
Well, your miss today has been right, and I'm just happy to see that do what it did.
Yeah,
honestly, right now,
It's the right way to go.
yeah, you don't want to miss left. Like missing right is great. Like there's plenty of friction over there, so missing right has more likelihood to get back to the pocket than missing left because of all the urethane.
He bookended that.
What a clean game.
That's a grind out game, buddy.
That ball is very,
Very responsive. So I'm not gonna lie, if you would have looked at me, I was picking this ball up. I wanted you to ball change second shot in the 10. Guaranteed,
dang,
right?
man.
Guaranteed you get to see it on a full rack, and then on top of that, you get to. If you get 5, you're like, it's the ball change. Like we know what not to,
That's what I should have done.
Well, you didn't look at
got
it.
half.
Yeah. You would have.
Got one at the second one,
Right.
Just dialed in.
Yeah. He was like, yo, I laced that one. I'm gonna throw it good again.
Yeah, it's
And
like just stay down,
Yeah.
high flush.
Oh, you stayed down.
Yeah, got all.
Well, we got 2-0.
Good clean game. Pick 2 splits. Bookend some split picks.
Yeah, on the opposite sides.
Yeah.
Spares.
Honestly, not bad.
Why back to the concept? What's the thought here?
Well, we didn't love the angle of the rim one. It didn't give me a very big miss window, front to back, if I missed a little bit either way. If it went a little light, it was a little too light, and if it went a little high, it was a little too high. I just didn't quite feel comfortable. It could have been great on this pair. I didn't know, but after talking with you guys, we just decided let's give it a shot. Just like we did last game, go with the first frame, see what it does. So I can get to the hole with this ball.
Yep. And this is the last game,
It'd have been shocking if Dad would have like done something crazy.
and you're in the cut.
So if I can catch a double, catch a turkey, throw some really good shots with this blue ball, I like that better than maybe, because the second ball in 10th back there was okay, and I got 5. And I don't need 5. You know, I need 8, 9, safe. So we're going with the safe option. And that looked pretty good. Game 7 with the blue ball.
Take a look at that shirt.
I know, right there. Brad
That's it.
Effin Miller, right there.
That's what we saw today. That's what we saw.
Right. Get a look at the score sheet, Brad. Final scores right there. And Brad, you're gonna make it in the
186
main
over.
field, brother.
Man, I get the bowl at professional tournament.
Great
Wow.
bowling today. You did not miss a makeable.
I did not miss a make. That's why I
Made
made it.
every spare.
Essentially. I know. It's pretty nice.
Pick 2 splits.
It's off to a good start.
Yeah.
In the spare game at least.
And the
Pick 2 splits.
The star of the show besides you today was what?
The concept.
The concept.
It made a mediocre bowler turn into a decent bowler. That's the mark of a good ball. That ball's unbelievable.
And you tried other balls, but none of them gave you the miss left, right.
No, it gave me all the room like that I needed.
You weren't bowling in a phone booth with that
I
ball.
got some confidence, and then I made some better shots, and then it snowballs from there.
Yeah.
But it was because of the concept. That's crazy.
I think you're gonna be
First
like
time
top.
throwing it.
I think you're gonna be top 3. I think
Wow,
75 bowlers, top 3.
that's pretty amazing.
Practice session coming up.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for your help.
Great job. Great
Cameraman
job,
doing
man.
work.
Great job. You did all the work, man.
I don't
That
know.
last pair with you following through the way that you needed to, the middles were on fire. As soon as you started doing that, it was game on.
I know. Staying down with it.
Yep.
Pop
Perfect.
up. Yep. All right. Cool.
All right, so now that Brad has made it into the main field, now I'm gonna shoot some practice for you guys to take a look at. We're gonna start out with Kyle, he's practicing. We get a first look at Kyle. I'm gonna show you some of the other styles of the PBA Tour as well. And we're gonna turn it over to watching Kyle bowl a little bit. We'll see how Brad's doing. We'll check in with Chris. Let's take a look at practice.
Well, I found Kyle. Well, autograph
Boy,
practice
yesterday. He
time.
was giving me tips yesterday. He was giving me the lay of the land here. Well, I learned one thing from watching earlier, and that is that this bowling ball right here is gonna be the one that's gonna take me to the promised land.
I live down by Austin.
Dude, how good did this ball, the Storm concept, make Brad look in that block?
Really good.
I mean, I've watched this guy bowl a lot, and listen,
From my house,
he's all right, but he was dynamite, that block. So anyway, Storm concept, we gotta give it a look here. We're bowling on, we got Badger, which is like 48, think. And then we got Viper, which is 38. So 20-foot difference, I think, in the patterns. We're gonna get dialed in here. We're definitely gonna try this on the short. Shit, I'll try this on the long. It was that good. Might have got a little carried away.
Hey Tommy, does it feel a little weird wearing the B, no E?
It's definitely a little bit different. But you know, times what happened, and thank goodness for Brunswick.
That's right. We're doing the recap, and Tom Hess just thinks he needs to be part of this right now.
Go follow him on YouTube.
Part of everything.
Yeah, follow him on YouTube.
Hey, yeah, plug your YouTube channel, Tom.
Tom S. Bowling on YouTube. Go follow it. Thank you.
There you go. All right, guys.
He just gained 10,000 subs right there.
Hopefully. And Prather. So practice session is over. I filmed some of you guys bowling. Okay. Got some shots of you guys bowling, plus the pros. Everybody wants to see. Who wants to start about what they saw on the lanes?
I thought the short pattern hooked quite a bit, especially in the middle. Like in the PTQ, you could kind of get left and shape it. I felt like the middles were hooking a lot, so you had to get mega steep on the short pattern. On the long pattern, hooks a little more than traditional 50-footer, but I think you just still play it pretty normal. Just kind of play the middle of the lane. I saw some people trying to play out to the right and like up it, but I think that's a little risky.
A little risque.
Nothing too crazy about the patterns though. What do you think?
No, I thought the medium pattern played pretty similar. I think it's going to play similar to what you saw because there wasn't any urethane going down the lane.
Yeah.
So you'll see all kinds of urethane, get some carry down, and it's a foot shorter.
Right, yeah.
So there's that. The long pattern, I think the secret to the long pattern is going to be if you feel like you're shimming it and you can get it to go through the pins. Like you're playing a fade, but it actually goes through the pins, you're going to have a good day. Yeah. That's what I think.
You guys have been here for like 4 days already, so they've gotten to bowl on this. I was really just trying to find my footing because they're pretty slick. The shorter pattern, Viper, felt super easy. It felt like I could throw it anywhere to the right at like 6. As long as I had the right ball in my hand, it rolled off of it every time. I do think that concept is going to come into play for sure. I don't know if I'll be able to throw it as long as like Brad did today in the PTQ, but I'm definitely going to try it. The long pattern gave me some trouble though, because I felt like my ball was either on top of the oil and just like skating and never really hooking, or it was like digging through it and burning up and backing up. So trying to get my ball to go through the pins like Kyle was talking about was really a struggle. So talk to the reps and kind of talk through the process by myself as well to try to find a solution. And we drilled an Ion Max Pearl that's going to be pretty strong, that I shouldn't have to use too much surface on to get it to pick up. But the plan is to kind of throw that Ion Max Pearl for a long time, especially since it's only six games.
All right, there you have it, guys. You want to close this one out?
Yeah, listen.
Oh, no.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back for another PBA Tour season.
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Hold on.
Dude, this is my thing.
Are you doing it right now?
I'm doing it right
We
now.
talked about
The BK giveaway?
No.
No. No, not yet. I'm just telling the people to like, comment, and subscribe because I know you haven't done it yet.
Yeah, we're gonna.
That's my whole thing, right? You guys look forward to that part of the video, and I just gave it to you. You're welcome. See you. No, I just want to like, comment, subscribe.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Good thing you said that, because I was not gonna say
I
it.
know. That's my. I was like, that's my job.
That's why he's
why I'm
rooming.
here.
That's why he's rooming with us this year. He's like, hey, Chris, you always remember to say like, comment, and subscribe. So can you just stay with us, please?
Did you talk about the BK giveaway?
I did at the very
Okay,
beginning.
cool.
They need to go sign up.
Sign
Link
up.
in the description. A ball away every Sunday, 10 Sundays.
Get
We
in
don't
there.
necessarily know the balls. You guys kind of get to pick them.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We got one more thing for you guys today, and it's the question everybody's been asking, even myself, which is Kyle is the new color analyst on the PBA Tour. He follows in the footsteps of the great Bo Burton from St. Louis, along with Randy Peterson, who's been doing a great job for 25 plus years and is still going to be involved in CBS shows. But I think the first question is how did this even come about?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty, I don't want to say like spur of the moment, but about a month ago, the PBA just approached me with this opportunity. And, you know, when you get a phone call, I thought they were just asking me, you know, Zach reached out and, you know, he was like, hey, I need to, you know, ask you some questions. And I thought, okay, we're just doing like an interview or something before the tour. And then, you know, the first thing he says is, hey man, how's it going? Like, you know, got right to it. Do you want to be the color analyst from the PBA Tour? I'm like, what? Like, you know, you're just not expecting that at all. So that's basically how it happened, and it's an opportunity that you just can't say no to.
When he said color analyst, did you know that was Randy's job?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I had so many more questions. I was like, it was more like are you asking me what I think you're asking me right now? Like, that was kind of.
Or like a third member, are you going to join the team? Or, you know, like what's going to happen there? And it looks like, you know, they you know, asked you to do this, and obviously I would, you know, just from all of us that handle media, you know, number one, you're young, right? And Randy was young when he took over the job, I mean, 26 years ago, so that kind of evolves and happens. We've seen it over the years. And then, you know, you're following on social media and just how much you know about the game, Team USA member, and just how much you teach people how to bowl, along with Brad. Of course, you guys are a dynamic duo. But, you know, when that happened, I was like so happy for you. But to get that call, I mean, I couldn't even imagine what that was like.
Yeah, I mean, it was so like just out of nowhere, out of the blue, right? I mean, it just wasn't, I wasn't, you know, I'm still trying to practice 7 games a day, trying to get ready for the PBA Tour. So now the focus has shifted a lot. It's an amazing opportunity. Like, I'm super excited about it. And obviously, you know, this is why we do this stuff, is because we love growing the game. Like, we just want to do it, and, you know, it's exciting, and this is just another way to do it. And, you know, it's tough. Like you said, you named a couple like amazing guys, and obviously I've been doing a lot of studying and stuff, trying to like watch how they do it, because it's not easy, man. It's just not an easy job, especially when you start dialing in how they do it, and everyone did it differently. And there's such amazing people and bowlers, legends. You know, you said Bo, obviously Randy. Dude, Randy's done more shows than anyone else. Like, dude, he's a legend. And so, you know, you can never like replace or you know, really fill anyone's shoes like that. You just kind of got to do the best you can, and that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Yeah, Brad, when he told you about this, what was your first reaction?
Well, my first thought was like that job comes with unfair ridicule and criticism.
Yeah.
So, you know, Randy did an amazing job, and if you like sit down and talk to him about the job, he could tell you a million things more that like goes on behind the scenes, and like these little stories and like these little like almost hiccups and almost like catastrophe things. And but when people watch it, they just hear the broadcast, and then they hear what they don't like, and then they just go on the internet and like, you know, criticize it or whatever. And so my first thought was like, I just hope that doesn't like affect anything out like the bowling. That was my first thought. Like, these people are so unfair when it comes to that commentator job.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's tough.
It's really tough, but the job itself is very hard. So
you were looking out for your friend.
Well, it was a month. It was like a month away too. So I'm like, ooh, like I was kind of putting myself in that situation. It's like, ooh, that's a tough one. Never being in there. Never really having done it yet, and then you kind of just get thrown in there. It's like that's a big undertaking, and so I was kind of putting myself in his shoes, and it kind of made me feel a little nervous. Like, man, I wonder how Kyle feels right now, because he's the one who's gonna have to like kind of sew this thing together, in his own way. Obviously, the new commentator Rick, and then a new platform CW, and Kimberly's no longer the woman there, so there's a whole lot of new stuff going on that your brain can kind of wrap around, and I'm sure that's what's been going on. It's like, you want it to be this way, you want it to be good, you're kind of a perfectionist in a lot of ways when it comes to this stuff, so you're not going to take it lightly. You're going to do everything you possibly can, and that kind of makes it a big undertaking. So I wasn't expecting anything like that to happen this soon. I assumed at some point, because it makes sense. Like, you really don't have anything to worry about either, because we've made a fool of ourselves enough on like, like, what are they going to say? Like, I mean, the real us. If we, So at the end of the day, it's really, you're going to be fine, but at the same time, like a month out of tour, and then you were worried about the bowling, and now you got this, like, for me, that would be a lot. So I was kind of hoping he would just, handle it well, and he has, so.
Yeah. What do you think you're looking forward to the most with doing these shows?
It's going to be exciting, just like give you my opinion on like the matches. And, I love watching the shows. Like, when we're able to like stick around and watch them, like they're just, we know the guys. Like, I know every single guy out there. I know their games. Like, I watch them. I've always been someone too that like I break down people's physical games. Like, anytime someone comes into the season, I can typically pick right away. Oh, you've been working on that. Like, guys are holding the ball higher, lower. This step's doing different. So just being able to like watch them, bring the excitement to it, tell people what's going on, what's happening, why it's happening. I'm just excited. Yeah. But it's like I'm gonna have to like find my groove. Like, it's gonna be, everyone has their own style on doing things. Everyone approaches it a little bit different. Bo and Randy were both legends, but if you really go back and look at their stuff, they do it completely differently. And I'm not trying to be a legend. I'm just trying to get through this first show.
Roll a little butter with that sweet roll.
Yeah, I know. You know how many people have came up to me and are like, dude, at some point you guys say this lane is slicker than an otter's pocket.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and you can give shout outs at time, to past people that did the job very well. But now you spend a little bit of time with Rick. What can you tell us about your play-by-play partner that we don't know either?
Yeah, I think people have a lot to be excited about with CW joining. I mean, they've had a ton of enthusiasm. It's going to be a great year, great show. Rick, he has a kind of a long-standing, or he's done some partnership stuff with CW. Dude, he's an awesome guy. We got to meet. He's new to bowling, but we got to hang out at the ITRC for a couple days. Got on the lanes, and he got the bowling itch. Like, when you learn something, you're like, wait, you figure that out. Then you ask this question. Then you ask this question, and I'm showing him like, hey, this is what happens when you come up the back of it. This is what happens when you come around it. Watch, I'm gonna switch balls. Watch, we're gonna have two patterns out, and if I throw it here on this pattern, it does this, and I throw it here on this pattern, it's like, whoa, why does that happen? And he's starting to ask these questions. So he's extremely excited about this. And if you've ever listened to Rick Call, he's just a professional. And after working with him and knowing that like I have this guy to my left, just being able to guide this and just lead me and basically just tee me up when it's my turn to talk, it's like, oh, okay, I feel way more comfortable about this, because he's a true professional, he's a good dude, and you're just gonna listen to two guys having a conversation about bowling at the end of the day. I think that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I think so too. Have you heard from many players or people reached out to you, talked to you a little bit about the opportunity, or what are they saying about this?
Dude, so many people have reached out. It's actually cool to see like the people that are like excited about it. I definitely had some people contact me that you just wouldn't think you would happen or have that happen. So yeah, I mean, I've had the full support of everyone. A lot of great advice going into it.
Probably too much advice at times that we talked about.
Yeah. It's like,
hey, let me know. Yeah, including me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like great. It's all great. It's just like, you know, it's like getting advice is something that you don't even know like how to even take it, because you're like, I haven't done it. It's like, you know, it's like teaching someone how to swing a golf club, but they've never swung one yet, so they don't even know like what it even feels like to swing a golf club. So how can you like take advice in, right, and really apply it? But it's been great. Now everyone's been super supportive in it and throughout the whole industry, and that's what's really, I mean, dude, the bowling industry is cool, man. Like when you know, I feel like if you treat the bowling industry with respect the game, and people see your enthusiasm, like it just is reciprocated really well.
Now, Brad, I want to ask you here, right? You and I spent a lot of time in the booth together, you know, calling action on either Bowl TV. You've helped in the booth. Kyle has a little bit too, but you and I call the holiday doubles together, and I love working with you, right? So this channel is the Brad and Kyle channel, and Kyle's getting this opportunity, and it's always been a one-man booth up there. Do you have any interest, if the opportunity were to ever come up, of you joining the broadcast team some way and being able to do some work with Kyle?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
I pushed Brad for the sideline reporter job, but they said he'd have to wear a dress.
See, I was thinking just have me as like the fourth guy that pops up a couple times in the show, and I'm like in the crowd talking to like the parents of the people bowling and the drunk people and just getting them riled up. And they've had some people on the shows like that are good for that. But yeah, of course. I mean, that's what we love to do. We love to talk bowling, and we love the PBA and anyone who's there to support it. So yeah, if they need me in any way, I'm there.
Yeah, I think everybody's super stoked for Kyle, of course, but you know, if there was a way that you could somehow be involved from time to time, I think that'd be pretty cool if the Brad and Kyle channel was on national television, you know, at times as well. So that's just a personal request to whoever may be watching this, but it's super cool, man, that you got this gig. You know, I'm a Missouri guy, and as Bo Burton would say, you know, we got a show me man up on the lanes right here, or the Hoosier from Indiana, right? And I just think that it's cool that right now, you know, Missouri's kind of being represented so much. I mean, you guys obviously on YouTube, stuff I've done with Inside Bowling is really cool. Dennis Hacker's the USBC president from Missouri, and now we got another guy from Missouri that's going to be on all the shows. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I just didn't even think this wasn't even on the radar. Like, I just didn't even think this, like, we're used to the camera, we're kind of used to filming some stuff, and you know, 1 take, 2 take, 3 takes, and mess up here and do this, and like, you know, we have gotten used to that kind of like territory and work, but I still didn't think that like you were gonna tell me that. Like,
I didn't think I was gonna tell you that.
I don't know if it was the night before or like that morning. He goes, yeah, I need to tell you something that's going on, and I'm like, oh man, this can't be good.
Yeah.
It was probably tough to tell Brad a little bit too, wasn't it? Since you guys are kind of buddies at doing this, and you're getting an opportunity in this, like.
Yeah, but
no, I mean,
the whole goal has just been to raise whoever we can up. So it's
okay.
like,
yeah, not really.
We love promoting other people too.
It was more like, hey, bro, I'm throwing this big wrench into our plans this year, like that. You know, we have all this stuff planned out. We're gonna kind of have to like move around this, you know, like, and you're gonna have to help me out, be flexible with this, and you know, travel is gonna be a little bit different, planning's gonna be like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, all right, dude, like, you know, we already had, because you know, we put so much time into our vlog, like obviously we still want to bowl good, and you know, we have this whole business that we're running, and then we're just gonna throw this other thing on top of it now, and it's like, all right, like, brace yourself. So, but yeah, that was basically, I was more nervous about that, like, hey man, like, I'm gonna need you here, like a little bit.
There's something that's gonna happen that we haven't discussed
and yeah, so, but it was all good, you know.
There are some people that like to procrastinate and put things off, and you have a way to procrastinate on this job. You make the show this week at the Players Championship, and you don't have to worry about it.
I could use another week of prep.
All right, guys. Well, I think we covered everything. Yeah. Everybody's been asking the question about Kyle getting the CW job. Congratulations, man. We're all happy for you. We're pulling for you. To those of you that are watching this, it's a difficult job to do. I've called a lot of bowling on Bowl TV, on Inside Bowling. Kyle's getting thrown into this opportunity on television. I think he's got a game plan. We talked about it at dinner the other night. Looking forward to seeing you on the shows and what you can do. And it's going to take a little bit of time to build that chemistry with Rick, but we're looking forward to see what that does. I'm looking forward to seeing your growth and you turning more people on to bowling, man.
That's the whole idea. So, all right. Hey, you know what, Mike? Thanks for helping us out this week filming, dude. Because this has been the most in-depth vlog that we've had in such a long time.
Well, we had to get Brad in the PTQ.
We did.
And we did.
And this guy, dude, Mike's interviewer, cameraman, ball rep. I mean, this guy does it all, literally.
We were having fun. Yeah, it was enjoyable. It was a different thing. I mean, I'm watching everybody bowling today. It was just kind of honed in on one guy. I'm looking forward to tomorrow adding a new guy to the stable, you know? And your ball reps were awesome today, too. Like they were like, what's Flanagan doing? But at the same time, they were like, no, he's all right. And then Prather, who's over on the other side of the room, he was a rock star today.
Yeah,
too.
Joey was just like, yeah, they got him.
Yeah, they got it. It was cool.
Well, that's day one of the books, fellas.
Yeah, so CW, check it out this Sunday, 3 to 5 p.m. Central.
3 to 5 Central, every Sunday.
Every Sunday,
Except for
except
one.
the Masters Golf Sunday. It
Yep.
starts at 1.
Yeah.
So very excited. CW, new broadcasting network. Extremely excited.
PBA on CW. 1, 2. Prather's gonna make.
Yeah. If Prather makes the show, you got to air out all the dirty laundry.
That's right.
It's gonna be a roast session.
All right, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this hour-long video. We'll see you tomorrow.